Hmm. October 18, Studio 2 trailer. Eek! Someone's in here. Names. Our names? We're WP's lawyers, and, I see. And who might you? Dee Vasquez, the producer. Dee Vasquez, she's quite beautiful. Look at things. It looks like they were designing a set to use for the Steel Samurai show. They've got some figures for how much the set costs. I can't believe they spend that much money on those sets. The glass is frosted. I can't see outside. This far into October, the dimming daylight makes it feel like winter's coming. This is where they had that meeting. There are documents and paper cups scattered around. Nothing in here that could be a clue. Just some paper cups and crumpled documents. An old movie poster. Dynamite Samurai starring Jack Hammer. I guess Mr. Hammer used to be quite the star. Samurai Summer starring Jack Hammer. This poster's quite old. Wow, it's been years since I saw that show. It was one of those typical summer romance stories, but it was great. A typical summer romance with a samurai on a horse. Another old movie poster, The Singing Samurai starring Jack Hammer. What the hell do samurai sing about? Chopping out heads? Oh my god, that movie was the best! It's about a samurai who sings his way to fame and fortune. Mr. Hammer was a very accomplished singer, you know. Singing Samurai Stars. What's next? Ninja Ballet? Okay. Alright, Ms. Vasquez. The day of the crime. I was wondering if you could tell me about the day of the murder. Ms. Vasquez? Script. Excuse me? Script. I'm looking for a script. A script? The Steel Samurai, episode 13. I need it. Could we ask you a bit about the day of the murder? I need to read it. I'm getting nowhere fast. We'd really like to ask you about the Steel Samurai. Ms. Vasquez. It's on TV, every week. That's all I have to say about that. Nick, she's telling us to go watch TV? The nerve of her! Hey, don't get mad at me. About the director, Sal Manella, was it? What exactly is his role here? Perhaps I didn't make myself clear. I'm looking for a script. I can't be bothered with anything else. Nick? Are all people in the entertainment business this weird? It's starting to look like it. Nick, let's get out of here. Isn't there someplace else we have to check? Yeah. Wait. Yes? If you see Manella, give him this. Why do we have to do your errands? I don't think I like her. Don't cry, she'll take it as a sign of weakness. Alright, we'll give it to him if we see him. Vasquez memo. The memo reads, bring me the script for episode 13. Okay, nothing more to say, okay. Exit. Exit. Move. Moving to the outdoors. Oh, I just went back was in there. Alright, so is Mr. Manila where we left him? In the employee area? In the dressing room? Yes, he is. Hey, let us present the memo. Here, I got this from the producer. Huh? Bring me the script for episode 13? Episode 13? Where did I put that? I must have left it somewhere. My ass is pwned if I don't find it. Nick, it might be quicker to just look in all the places where it's likely to have been. I agree. Okay. You got nothing more to say. Look, just a quick cursory glance just in case. Okay. Employee area? Is it in the employee area? Any scripts lying around? I don't think we saw anything script-like. Anything schriftlich. Wouldn't be around here, moderately sure. In the mystery van. Probably in Studio 1. We're back at the scene of the crime. Let's find what we need and get out of here quick, Nick. Okay, well, here's his chair. Hey, look! That's the chair the director sits in. I've always wanted to sit in one of these. The director? Maya. Take a look around that chair for me, would you? Remember that script the director was talking about? Didn't he say he'd left it somewhere? Ah! Found it, Nick! Script! Good work! Evil Samurai script. Cover reads episode 13. Placed in pocket. Doesn't go into the court record, I suppose. Okay. 2. Trailer. Alright. There you go. Here, we found it. Your script. Ah. Script handed to D. Vasquez. You're not going to talk to us? Quiet. I'm reading. Just you hold on. What's the big idea? Who do you think you are anyway? And do you even know who we are? Powers lawyers? Right? Am I a suspect? No, it's just... Well, no, but... You wanted to know about the day of the murder? Yes, anything you could tell us would be a big help. You know there was a meeting here at noon? Yes, with the director and the people from the network. Correct. Now, listen closely. None of the people in this trailer that afternoon went to Studio 1. It was impossible for us to leave. Impossible? Why? The path was blocked. The path? Yeah, I mean, we know the path was blocked. Not interested. And when am I showing her? Oh, it just popped up that way. Okay, the block path. On the day of the murder, the path that leads here was blocked. You saw Mr. Monkey on the way here, correct? Mr. Monkey? The monkey with the broken head. Oh, right. That. Not an original name. Its head fell over in the wind on the day of the murder. But they didn't start moving the head out of the way until after 3 o'clock. It was after 4 o'clock by the time the path was unblocked. Capiche? Everyone in his trailer was stuck here until the path was cleared. Stuck in his trailer. Stuck until after 4 o'clock. Hammer died at 2:30. Thus, none of us could have gone to Studio One. What? It's true. A crane came just after 3 to move the head. We called some people in to clear the way. I'm sure they'd corroborate my story. But wait. What if the head fell over after 2:30? Then you could have gone to Studio One. 2:30, the time of death. Very well. That's Mr. Monkey. When it wasn't broken, it announced the time in ooks. 1 ook per hour. Ook, 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 ook. Always with the ooking. It is a monkey after all. Check its head. The clock inside stopped when it broke. Nick, it stopped at 2:15. 2:15? That's right. This pass was blocked from 2:15 till after 4 o'clock. Therefore, we're innocent. Mr. Hammond died in Studio One at 2:30. See? Goodbye. Monkey's head blocked the path to see the crime between 2:15 and 4. And all this crashed down at 2:15. Old bag heard nothing. What do we do, Nick? There isn't anyone besides WP who could have killed Hammer. It's over. We're finished. Sure doesn't look good. Guess we should head back to the office and plan our strategy. Alright. That is how it goes, then that is how it goes. Right, hey, no! The office, you say? October 18, Wright & Co. Law Offices. Now what? We're fresh out of clues. Everyone's alibi is watertight. We don't even have any promising leads. Things are looking pretty grim. A little late for giving up, don't you think? Huh? You've got one lead. Mia, it's you! What took you so long? Sorry, Phoenix. Maya has trouble calling me unless she's really in trouble. Right. Oh, wait, I guess that means we're really in trouble. I'd say so. What do you mean we have one lead? The boy, of course. Yeah, I saw him. I saw everything. What? No way am I kidding you losers. I don't know, he didn't sound like he was going to help us at all. I'm sure you can find some way of bringing him over to your side. Either way, we should go back to the studios. That boy is our last hope, Phoenix. Thanks, now I'm more worried than I was before. Keep talking. So, what's the best thing to do from here? We need to get to the studio and talk to that boy. Oh, do you have any ideas about who might have done this? We don't have enough information to make a case yet. Where have I heard that phrase before? So that's where Maya got it from. Alright. Back to the studio. October 18, Global Studios main gate. What's wrong? Whippersnapper! He's been chasing that boy this whole time. When I catch him, I... But she hasn't had any luck catching him. I got a hostage now, whippersnapper! Hostage? What happened to the boy? If I see him again, I'll lay him flat. My, what a violent old lady. Actually, I met with the director just now. Huh? My heart. I don't feel so good. Is she okay? Before I go, I'd like to visit the place where poor Hammer died. Right, she was saying she wanted to visit the studio where he died. What's this about a hostage? When that boy was running away, he dropped this and ran. He'll come back for this one. It's kind of hard to understand her with all that huffing and puffing. Phoenix, that hostage might be what we need. Cody might talk to us if we gave him that. Good idea. Miss Oldbag, can I... No. I'm catching that brat, if it's the last thing I do. Phoenix, do you have anything you might trade with her? Trade? I wonder. Yeah, well, if she wants to see Hammer's studio, she might want her key back. Just a touch. But I can't, send. Excuse me. Miss Oldbag, I'm borrowing this, just so you know. Okay. Just be sure to give it back. She's not as demanding when she's exhausted. Okay, so she doesn't respond to that. Then what would I give her? Ha! She's too busy catching her breath to tell me anything. Okay, so that's the shit I'm gonna talk about that. What? Try to find something new to show her? October 18, Global Studios employee area. Hey! Hey you, wait a sec. Phoenix, is that the boy? Yeah, his name's Cody Hacken. I think he ran into the dressing room. October 18, Global Studios, dressing room. He's sure to be in here somewhere. Found you. Damn it, he's getting away. Come back. There, he's back. How did she? Hey there, would you mind helping us out? Please? I'm Cody. Hello, Cody. I'm Mia. Mia Fey. Nice to meet you. Yo. And I'm Phoenix Wright. Who asked? Phoenix, you can take it from here. I'm not so sure I'm qualified. The Steel Samurai's so cool. I think he's the bomb. What would a lamer like you know about the Steel Samurai? Hey, watch that attitude. Phoenix, you really shouldn't yell like that. He's only a kid. Yeah, don't yell like that. I'm only a kid. So, do you know anything about what happened here? Could you tell me, please? I don't know nothing. Looks like a little persuasion is necessary. Maybe a bribe? A bribe, you say? Keycard to Studio 1? That boring. Man, how can one person be so lame? If you were a superhero, you'd be lame-o man. Would you like one murder weapon? The samurai spear, that's totally cool. I wish I had one too. This kid and Maya would get along great. On the other key? Hit that green. Oh, this is where I have to give him the thing that I would get for or from Old Bug. But I actually have to get that, which means I have to show her something she wants. But I don't think everything is sort. Yeah, so we may need to move around a bit more.